I'm telling you right now, with Sean being out, I'm still making all the faces he make towards you. I'm treating you the same way. Right. I'm going to hold that position down today.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
bitch.
Well, here's
Sean Blackley. Let's go. Sean Blackley.
Here's the difference, though, bro.
What?
I ain't scared to swing on you, bro. So be careful, though. I ain't scared to swing on
about that little part.
I ain't second guessing that shit.
Bro, why would you ever be scared to swing on Sean?
It's a joke. I was
you
first
ain't
of all,
get
I
choked
have,
out.
No,
that's it.
I have too much. I love like Sean is my bro. I love the kid. I would never.
Crazy.
None of that shit that happens.
You would never hurt him, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Because the camera's rolling.
No.
We learning you.
It'd be like the same thing. It'd be like the same shit with you. Like it doesn't matter that you guys are fucking top guys in the world. I would never do anything to fucking try to hurt you at all. I fucking love you too much, for real.
I think it matters. Are we ready?
Yeah, we rolling.
Booyah.
Today is the day that I finally can say that I'm here and Sean is not. My man is slipped.
Why we wear black like it's a funeral?
Represent something, man.
But no, we're back with another episode. This is the first one without Sean. Obviously, Sean had some stuff going on. Can't believe you would miss it. We're gonna do a lot of this today because when Sean's pissed off at Justin,
dude,
it's great,
dude, bro, dude,
you literally are a fat piece of shit.
Look at your face; it's the same color as a Wawa cup.
Dude, how much sugar is in that? No, it's great. It's good.
How do you think,
dude? You don't train, dude.
How you think you gonna react when you finally can say you missed the episode too?
Damn. Yeah. I mean, look, we know, like
Joey.
Listen,
Joey. He's going to
and I march to the beat of my own drum, so that's all I got to say. You know, sometimes,
yeah.
Most of the time, I can make it. Yeah. Most of the time I can make it. Yeah. Sometimes, I got shit going on, but excited to recap these fights. Excited to talk about this weekend's fights. I think we're going to start with that because there's a lot of foreign fighters on here that I don't know. A lot of people don't know, but there are some good fights. So
this card starts at 3:45 in the morning too, just so everyone who's watching.
It's in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it's an early.
I thought it was Beijing,
Azerbaijan, or Beijing.
Yeah, it's in Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Oh, wow.
Shanghai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a 3:45 in the morning card.
Woo! Yeah, so there's some really good records on here, but a lot of people I've never even heard of. So I'm actually surprised to say that. But I'm going to start with the return of the Darce Knight.
Nice.
Being Kyle Dawkins. Yep. He's back. I'm happy to see that he's back.
Same here.
I mean, he's 15-4. He fought some killers too, He fought Roman Dolidze. He didn't really get a lot of time to mature in the UFC. He was constantly taking fights, and he had his face that got broken. And then fought Eric Anders, so he didn't even get enough time to let his face heal. Got hit, whatever. I think this is a really good fight for him. I think it's a dangerous fight because the guy's explosive and everything. But his last fight, Michel Pereira, being against Abus, who I'm fighting. It was really not that exciting. He really didn't do anything. He looked very concerned about not gassing out and just kind of like stayed on the outskirts, didn't really get aggressive. So I think Michel Pereira is at a prime time for Kyle Dawkins to take advantage of it. He's clearly got a weakness in the grappling game as far as cardio. I think it's going to be a close fight until Kyle's able to get him down, which I do believe he'll be able to do. And I really hope that he's able to get this resurgence in his career and come back and get a win. And he'll be in really good position. So my lock is actually going to be Kyle Dawkins because I would believe that he's the underdog. I'm not sure. I don't know what the odds are on it, but Kyle Dawkins, I would say submission or decision.
I follow that.
Next fight, that's on the prelim is Zhang, who I've watched, against Austin Hubbard. Tough fight, man. I feel like Hubbard's been back and forth with looking good and then, just fighting some tough, close decisions all the time. He's 33. This guy's 25. The guy has a ton of fights for being 25 years old. Although I don't know who wins this fight. I would say take this fight to a decision. I'll lean more towards Austin Hubbard. I don't really know if over there they have like padded records or whatnot with some of the records. I do think it's kind of crazy that you're 25 years old and you have 30 fights plus. But I'll go that fight by decision. The next fight I'm super excited for is Charles Johnson versus Lonair Kavanagh. That kid's a tank, bro. That kid's a tank. Charles Johnson being the guy who finished Joshua Van. So obviously his cardio is super good. He's super active. He's a very tough fight. I think this is going to be a great high volume, fun fight. This is my fight that I'm looking at closely that I can't wait to watch. I'm really high on this kid, Kavanagh. Having said that, I think I'm going to go with Kavanagh just because he's younger, explosive. I think he's got bigger power, but I wouldn't be surprised if Charles Johnson can get that.
Going to circle the block for Dawkins Pereira. Kyle is plus 230. Pereira's minus 285. Austin Hubbard is plus 200.
Kyle's plus 230.
Plus 230.
I would hammer that.
And then Charles Johnson's plus 170.
Yeah, I don't know if he should be the underdog. I think he's the guy with the more experience. Kavanagh's only fought once, hasn't fought somebody at his level. It's a big test, but I do think that he's going to rise to the occasion and have a hell of a performance. I don't know. I'm going with Lonair Kavanagh on that. I don't know who these next two are, so I'm going to go to the main card. That's all I know on the
Prelims.
The prelims.
I'm gonna let you run this through because I'm not.
You don't know
say
anybody.
it.
Yeah. I don't even know who the first fight is on the main card here. I just know that this one kid fought on the Contender Series, so I'm going to go with Nujeri or Naraji. I don't know how to say his name. I don't even know how to say his first name. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Ty Lake.
The next fight, Sue Mutajiri versus Kevin Borjas. I don't know who to take in this either, man. I think it's
Borjas is a little better than people think.
He's got good striking.
I remember he was fighting on the card that Pat was on, and it was a group chat going off, kind of shitting on him a little. But when he got in there, I thought he actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's good. I'm gonna have to go with Sue Mutajiri though because he's 3 inches taller and he's got 4 inches in reach. And I'm only doing that because those factors, he's got a little more fight experience. I don't remember seeing Borjas really fight. I remember he's got like decent striking. But yeah, I'm going to go with Sue. The next fight, we got Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Yeah. I know black. I know black.
I don't know who wins this fight either, man. I feel like I want to go Sergey. But at the same time, Waldo's not too bad. He's like pretty good striker. He's 14-1. I know people were complaining about the last fight when he fought on my card against
Jorginho?
Spivak, I think it was.
Jorginho rolled in strike. Looks like
And he got-
fight. I'm sorry. You talking about? I'm sorry. I thought you talking about.
Acosta.
No, he's talking about
So, I got you,
Waldo.
I got
He
you.
had a controversial joint, I think, last time.
I think you talking about Sergey.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
it doesn't even make sense for it to be that because the stats are outrageous. It's 111 to 53 in strikes in favor of Costa for that fight. And then, Spivak got 2 takedowns with 2 minutes, 25 seconds of control time. That's it. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I don't really know who to take here. I think I would lean towards Pavlovich. It is a 3-round fight, and he's a big dude, and he hits very hard. We'll see. I haven't been impressed with either of them. But, yeah, I think I would lean towards Sergey to get this one done. Hopefully he can lean on his experience and hopefully is a little bit more aggressive than he's been in his recent fights. But moving on to the co-main. I had no idea this fight was even on the card, to be honest, until I looked at it. But I follow Aljamain. I've seen he's been training. I never saw him post that he was fighting him. It was weird. But I'm going to have to go with Aljamain Sterling, man. I think he's going to have a lot of success in the grappling. He's a former champion. He's a bad dude. Very good grappler. Just a very sticky type guy. Brian Ortega, I just don't know if he's ever going to get back into the upper echelon of competitors.
I think Aldo's pace and volume will be a little bit of a problem too. Like Aldo moves, man. He moves. He, like I said,
Who the fuck is Aldo?
I said Aljo. I'm saying Aldo. Aljo, like I said, his volume, his pressure.
What the fuck are
You're
you doing?
a fucking casual.
All right. Yeah. At least I knew that the first UFC was in Denver,
Yeah, well, your fight's against diabetes.
and yours is against hair loss.
Nah, but
Why
nah,
do you always go there?
I was saying outside of the grappling, which I don't know who you give the grappling edge. I do think Aljo will have the
Yeah, I
striking
think
advantage
Aljo.
as well, or whatever. But they both are. I think they're both from like a Gracie lineage. I think he trains with Henner. I think Henner is his guy. And then,
I'm not sure, but Brian
whatever.
Ortega obviously has really good jiu-jitsu. The problem is that he's been put on his back a bunch, and there's a clear way to out-wrestle him. The striking, I think, is kind of even.
If he backpacks Brian Ortega, do you think he'll be able to do anything with it? Like, what will he be able to do with it?
I think
You
Brian
think?
Ortega should be comfortable.
I think he'll be able
I
to
think
do
he should be-
something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He's a strong dude, man. Like when you watched him against TJ Dillashaw, he had him stuck, and TJ's no slouch. Obviously,
Granted, he had a shoulder injury.
He did have a
Yeah,
shoulder
it's a
injury.
shoulder injury.
Correct. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think Aljamain's a big dude for this weight class.
And as you said, I think that the difference that makes the difference in some of these grappling situations is the wrestling.
Yeah.
Aljo has a wrestling pedigree on top of a jujitsu. I
and
think
in 3 rounds, man, like it's hard to like get a guy that's fresh, that's really good at wrestling off of you.
and a good mat. Like I said, you're training with Marab daily.
Yep.
I think that matters.
That
That really
does
does
matter.
matter for sure.
Yeah,
So,
I'm going Aljamain Sterling. I would just take him straight. I don't know what the odds are. Anybody got those?
yeah, you got him right here. Aljo's a minus 265. Brian Ortega plus 200.
I think that's great. I think you got to take it. You know, yeah, maybe look at what the double chance is.
What are you telling me?
I'm just showing you. So your line's different than the one that they got on BetMGM.
This not just bet MGM, but you know,
Across the board.
What
It's
you got, a
going up-
minus
it's
270?
going up.
I got
278?
I got 275.
Okay.
I got
just use this
275.
website, bro. It's gonna get you all of them across the board.
I got you.
Hammer
do that
Aljamain
again.
Sterling. I think it's a safe bet. He's been knocked out once, twice. I think he got beat by Marlon Marias once.
All right.
And then he got caught, obviously, by Sean O'Malley. I don't really see Brian being able to catch him with anything slick, like crazy. I think he's got better fundamental boxing than Aljamain, but Aljamain's awkward and uses it to get to his wrestling. So Aljamain Sterling is going to be my lock for the main event. I really do believe this. R.I.P. Johnny Walker. I don't know why. I don't know
In
why.
the
he's-
most charismatic way though, the way he goes out in all his fights, it's just
Dramatic.
the most animated shit you could ever imagine.
So I've never seen somebody get knocked out.
this is the dude
like
that
how he
put
got
that
knocked
big-
out against Jamal Hill. That was crazy.
Oh yeah. But the worst one was that
That was the one where he got hit and he went and then went backwards. Crazy
it's not
as
funny.
shit.
It's
ever.
never funny about this fight.
No,
but yeah,
no,
it's
bro.
just-
It was crazy. I thought he was joking at first, but he really was fucking
it
out.
fits him.
Yeah, with all the
Because of the
awkward
awkwardness.
movements.
Yeah, the awkwardness.
Yeah,
Joe, in all your years of fighting, what is like one like that? What you said? What is like one of the craziest knockouts you ever seen? Like that, where you felt like someone was messing around.
Johnny Walker.
That one.
That one and the fucking Boleto guy against Paul Craig. That was the biggest bitch move I've ever seen.
The craziest knockout that I ever seen live was at the World Series of Fighting in Atlantic City. One of the Gracies was fighting, and he got hit with a haymaker, and he stepped back and then turned and started walking towards the cage, and then just face planted. It was like 10
Oh,
steps. until-
delayed.
What's
Yeah,
that
it
joint
was like a
crazy?
There was a
Yeah.
crazy other delay.
Shane
in the-
Burgos.
Shane Burgos joint. Yeah.
We
That
got
was
Tenson
crazy.
Barboza.
Yeah, because it looked like he seen something. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
Uncle Charles joint.
Yeah, that's crazy. A spirit walked up on him.
Yeah, that was
Drop
definitely
now.
crazy.
But-
Go ahead.
No, I was bringing it back. Go ahead.
No, I mean that concludes it. I think that guy
Gonna
is
slaughter
very
you, like-
explosive. Yeah, very very willing to exchange. But we'll see how good that Johnny Walker is at using his length. He's a big guy. He's a tall guy. He should be fighting long. He shouldn't be sitting there trading in the pocket with people. If he does make that mistake, I think that this guy is explosive, is very powerful, and hits hard. He does damage, man. And everything he throws is with bad intention. So I'm very impressed by this guy, and I think he's going to make a real problem in 205. I don't really see any wrestlers being able to get him in the 205 division anytime soon, but I have. That's another lock.
Zhang?
Yeah.
Question now for my main
Zhang
event.
is the lock.
Look, let's start let's get something fired up right now. Last week I was put in a situation against one of my other co-hosts. So then I got a question. Power slap. Who you got, Joey or Kurt? Who wins?
Joey or Kurt? We already know Joey wins.
No.
What are you talking about, bro? Power
there you
slap?
go. I don't know. I could see, Kurt, depending on the hip, the stretch of the hip. How he does it. Kurt, I'm telling you.
Haskell. His neck extended.
Yeah.
Your mouth dry right now is the the situation.
No, I can see.
Wait, so what, if you go first?
Nah, because what made the power slap with him and Sean is you're so much bigger.
No.
I'm bigger than Joey in weight. I'm not necessarily bigger than Joey in size too much. Pause. That sounds crazy.
I hear that sounds.
That did sound crazy.
You were supposed to say pause before you went into detail,
But
it already happened.
fuck power
Hold
slap.
on. We never got his opinion on that, actually.
Yeah.
Power slap.
Oh, he wasn't here.
Haskell versus Sean was the controversy. The crowd ran with Sean. The fans, the fans ran with Haskell.
Because they know.
Power slap.
Haskell get first.
I mean, if Sean has to sit there and take a shot,
Yeah, just take it.
You a fat motherfucker. I listen. If it was punch for punch, I got Sean. Slap, I think it's a little more even.
That's all
You
I
just
was
got
saying.
so much weight. He's what 195 tops. It's really going to come down
I
to chin.
curl
man.
him, bro.
It's really going to come down
Never
to
in your
chin.
life curl no
You know,
one.
but I don't. You don't strike me as like a very flexible, like wind up, big fucking slap. kinda
Obviously,
guy,
you
though.
must not see me stretching over on the green shit at the gym.
I did see.
I grabbed my toes and shit,
I
bro.
did
Like, I
see
can do that.
crazy.
when
I know we looked at each other the one time
See
after
that?
practice.
While
as the
grabbing his
practice
toes.
wasn't done, and you were training,
See that?
working out.
I was training.
You were training, but you bitched out and fucking went to the heavy bag.
Because they
And-
don't
and
hit
you were-
back
and you was just-
sometimes.
You were just kind of. I was like, "What the fuck is this, dude? The practice ain't over. Why'd you start it and not finish
Lots of
it?"
times I don't have guys my size or even a heavyweight to fucking spar with.
I'm there.
Yeah, Joe, but I'm tired of fucking you up, bro. You got a career ahead of
Sean
you.
Brady by KO.
Bro, yo, what was it, like a month ago? Joey goes, yo, just move with me, because I looked like I was getting shot with paintballs. Fucking defending my life. I was with the quit playing with me. Yo, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Yo, I was getting fucking, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, because there was a shit I could really do.
You really
'Cause
were hard showing. It was crazy.
I know, because I was getting my ass beat, bro. It sucked.
Every time I fainted on,
Yeah.
That's him. He does like the catch shoot. The
Yeah, you like that, though.
it's like part mummy George Foreman shit. Part
yeah,
kinda-
but I was pretty nice.
catch
I
and
wasn't
shoot.
trying to be a dick. I wasn't trying to rip your body and like put you down.
I know you
or
weren't.
nothing.
That's why I said that. You was hitting me with the quit playing with me. Like, just, I'm letting you know. Like, stop playing with me.
Having said that, Sean by knockout first round.
Before we move on to the recap, which I'm really excited to talk about, was there
Yeah.
anything on anybody watch Dana White Contender Series?
I did not.
Nothing. Nobody.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't watch it.
I
yet.
did
was-
see
I
the
was at
guy
work
who
all day.
said that he is going to take a fight against the heavyweight division, but a different type of fight against pedophiles, rapists, things like that. He said, hell, even throwing the people.
He
Love
said-
it.
He said that on the Dana White thing.
Love it.
Damn.
Hell yeah, he said it. I love it. Bro. See,
we
that
go.
but
No,
listen,
no, I'm with you.
that-
I'm just saying.
but-
This is where my editing button.
No. But listen, like, we pride ourselves in freedom of speech. I think that there is nothing wrong with what he said. I don't think that everybody, like, that's the problem itself, is that everybody has a problem with what he said. What's so bad about saying, hey, you want to defend people against rapists, pedophiles, whatever? What is wrong with that? That's my opinion. I have no problem standing behind that. I don't like them fucking people either. It is what it is. That's just me. You want to come at me for it? I don't give a fuck. But that's what I did see. I thought it was funny. You listen. You can't support fucking degenerates in the world that are fucking
Listen, I'm with you.
ruining other people's lives. Dev over here is super woke.
I got a press
He
the
said,
button.
he said all the words YouTube.
All the YouTube words.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my
yeah,
God.
maybe,
Oh my God.
yeah, maybe.
We need
But
the
isn't
Patreon.
that a shame that you can't talk about that kind of stuff? It's like, bro, what's like he's bringing attention to the things that go unchecked. There's a lot of that shit going on that is unchecked. We got kids disappearing. We got all kinds of weird shit. Like your girl's not safe walking to a bathroom without a big ass fucking dude claiming he's a girl walking. That shit's a problem. So
By the way,
I'll
I'm
leave it at that.
not. I'm sleep.
tell.
I'm way more sleep than woke. I'm just
Clarified.
Yo, man,
Joey just checked off a bunch of boxes on his list he had to get off.
freedom.
Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm
let me
okay with
explain
people
something to
feeling
you.
however they want.
It's guys like the four of us for a minute. God would never put us in a position to see someone like attempting to be raped or anything like that, because what I'm saying is that way.
Let's use. Listen. in
No.
the streets-
What I'm saying is
let me just.
Assaulted.
Let's just use
Either
the word
one.
scraped. Scraped.
doesn't matter. We wouldn't be put in a position to defend somebody because they know we would fucking defend them. I know I would for sure. If I seen someone trying to snatch a kid or nothing, instantly without like
Yeah, they're dead.
pitbull in
100%.
the throat type shit.
Yeah.
That and God don't put guys like us in that position to have to protect our women and children for real. They really don't.
Well, hopefully, because I'll be in jail for so long, bro. I don't want to be in jail. But yeah, no, that's the only thing I saw from the Contender. Props to that guy. I thought it was a great speech.
Okay.
shout out King Velasquez, man.
Did he even get signed? That's the worst
True.
thing.
That is true.
Did he get signed?
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to check it. I was at work all day yesterday.
I can
Literally
imagine he
slept in my
did.
car this
Maybe
morning.
that was his like speech after he got signed. I'm not sure. But let's move on to last week's card. I thought there was a lot of really good fights.
Yes.
One that I was super impressed with
Can I
was
start at the bottom? Can I
Go.
just get this off my chest?
yeah.
This Alibi.
That's
he
who
was
I was
minus.
talking to,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. He was a minus
Yeah.
500. That was the first. That fucked my ticket up from the rip.
Yeah, you know what it is, man? Is he was undefeated. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. He looked the part. He was chiseled. Guy was great. Bro, but Joseph Morales came out
amazing.
and looked like a veteran and just put the beat down on him and never faded either. I have my eye on that guy, especially for our picks moving forward. That dude is going to do phenomenal, especially in the flyweight division. I can see that guy getting up into the top 15 quick as fuck. Really good wrestling, really good striking, like just like never seemed to get flustered and just was putting it on a guy who is very good. So, yeah, I mean, good job by Joseph Morales. Was very happy to see that win.
And that was getting him back in, right? He was
Getting him back in.
Yeah,
Isn't that
I watched
crazy?
that whole show. And there was supposed to be another fight too. I think it was the dude Rodriguez or whatever like that. Somebody must have got hurt. Brazilian kid.
Yeah. So great fight by him. Moving on to the girl fight. I think I had Karine Silva by wrestling. Man, that was a close fight. It wasn't that good either. I was very surprised at the lack of willingness to stop going to her back by Silva. It was kind of irking my fucking soul a little bit. Like it was pissing me off watching. It was like, bro, stop body locking from guard.
Yeah.
Like get up or at least try to make a scramble so you can get to a neutral place or get back on top.
When would that position ever really be necessary?
Body locking and guard?
If you were like winning the fight and you got knocked down and you just want to keep it here?
Yeah, I mean,
10
yeah,
seconds
like
left?
if you're Charles Oliveira and you fucking lock somebody down because you just got dropped, sure, yeah, I understand. Take like 30 seconds. Who cares what anybody else says? Collect yourself, you know.
Joe,
and then go
Somewhere
back.
Alexi
Joe, question
Olenek is
for
like,
you real quick.
Let me show you.
With like in the cage or just with sparring, when you go to the ground with someone and someone immediately does this behind your back for, let's say, longer than like 7 or 8 seconds.
From guard?
Yeah, from guard. Does that give you an indication like this motherfucker doesn't know what he's doing on the ground?
No, it just gives me an indication that they don't want to be on the feet with me. If you get a takedown on somebody and it's just like holding and they're not trying to ground and pound, like you can tell that they're not that comfortable holding you there and all they care about is holding you there. But yeah, I mean, nah.
I thought you meant from the bottom.
No, when you're on the bottom being held,
somebody's got you
If he's
around your
in my
back.
guard and he just fucking cooked me,
Yeah.
lots of guys do this, but then they'll immediately, like the way our guys are trained at our gym is immediately, all right, here, boom, fucking move and get out. Take fucking 4 punches instead of 20 punches.
Yeah, so he's
So
talking
what
from the
I'm
bottom.
saying is if a guy's on the bottom and locks your ass down like this and holds you down, I'm saying that you as a fighter,
if he's on the ground.
Yeah. So
He
what's
he had my hands locked around my back.
No,
This fucking guy doesn't do jujitsu.
I said if you got a guy on the ground and he's holding you like this.
No. He's afraid to get fucking punched.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
You don't
he's
want him to
taking a couple
posture.
seconds and then he's going to try and posture and get up, whatever. No. I mean,
we're about to talk about it.
I mean, you're also bear hugging and keeping somebody's posture because that doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. It's like you don't want somebody to posture up and be able to drop a big elbow or drop a big shot on you. So no, it doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. You're just trying to protect yourself. You know, if you're first getting taken down, yeah, you want to break posture if you're not able to create a scramble. But that usually the only time people do that is when they get put flat on their back. But yeah, I fucking get up, bitch.
Yeah.
You heard it from the man himself.
Moving to
Get
the
up,
lightweight
bitch.
division. Edson Barboza versus Jakar Close. I wasn't very interested in this fight. The significant strikes favored Edson Barboza. The total strikes favored Jakar Close. Edson Barboza landed 71 significant. Jakar landed 53. So I'm not sure how he won. I didn't really understand it. I don't think Jakar Close is like that I don't know. He's like a very awkward style. I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion. I didn't think it was that good of a fight. Whatever. Moving on.
This is where I was about to say those two fights I was still working, but right here I got it.
This one, I was looking it over, and the reason I picked Alex Hernandez is I just thought it was crazy because they've been riding Chase Hooper because he has gotten better. He has gotten bigger, but he's still a kid's body, bro. He's still not like a true lightweight, and he obviously got knocked out. He was doing well, but I don't think he has the power to really hurt somebody too bad. I think he throws a lot of bullshit that's not like that damaging. The spinning stuff, the crazy kicks and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, they're like slap kicks though. They don't look like they're like, yo, you get caught, you're getting put out. It'll hurt, obviously, but I just really thought it was crazy how much of an underdog that they made Hernandez. Hernandez obviously has lost to some good guys, but he is a physical freak. He does hit hard. And I couldn't pass that up. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Now, question for you, and I know it's something that you don't like. Do you think that was a fraud check for Hooper or no? I know that's a word, that's a thing that you don't like, but I was just saying only because of the difference in the money on the line.
I don't think it was a fraud check because you don't have a guy in Chase Hooper who's going out there flatlining people. Like, you know what you get with Chase Hooper. Okay. He's primarily a grappler. You don't want him grab you. You don't want to let him grab you. He's a good grappler. You don't want him to have him take you down to the ground. That's his world, whatever. But on the feet, I just thought that was crazy that they could say it was a plus 300 for Hernandez or whatever he was. I thought it was crazy. So
I threw Chase Hooper on my parlay. I got the shit slapped out because of that.
But honestly, how did he get how could anybody even say he was a fraud check when it's like that's not his area of expertise? He's not some crazy respected striker.
Yeah.
And never has been.
But even with the fraud check thing, I think when fraud check would have to come from somebody who everybody says is trash to beat somebody who's actually supposed to be good. I don't think you can say like fraud check is whether it's Jack Hermanson, whether it's Bilal, just using our own guys. It's like Bilal became the champ. Jack Hermanson was what, in the top 15 or top 10?
He's been in the top 15 for forever.
I don't think you can say that those are fraud check situations because these are the top athletes in the world. It's no different between any given Sunday. MMA is the same way, I feel like.
Well, the problem is MMA is so opinionated, right? Like, we're going to get into the obviously the main event.
Yeah.
And, you got casuals out there. Oh, the fight was boring. It was this, it was that. It's the lack of understanding of what it takes to have the cardio to do that, the endurance to do that, the training that went into that. It's like everybody just sees the result of what happened and they don't understand everything that went into that. Like, to go out there and grapple a guy, we'll get into it, but no, I mean, these fucking MMA fans are nuts, man. Like, just the fact that like there's people out there that have bot accounts to harass people or they have bot accounts to talk shit. It like just shows the type of world that we live in where it's like everybody's got their opinion. It's bullshit. It's fucking corny. It's corny. The fact that I got told fraud check, the fact that Bo Nickel got called fraud check, like, it's just wild. It's like, bro, you're taking a risk in a fist fight. Anybody can get knocked out. And sometimes even the best lose to guys that aren't better. We have a clear example of that in GSP and Matt Serra. He got caught. He had a bad weight cut or whatever the fuck was going on at that time. He came back. He fucked him up. Trashed him. Sometimes.
You have a good fraud check in the streets?
Okay.
Yeah.
252-2, and 2 of them were close decisions.
Oh my God, we got Joe Pyfer the fourth right here. That's crazy.
Oh shit!
My dad was also 115-4 apparently, but has no fucking record on any fucking commission ever to prove
I don't
it.
know if you
You did not get into 252 street fights with
254, cuz 252-2. That's your problem. You don't listen.
Did you convince yourself?
191 knockouts.
So you're a pathological liar.
And my name is Lord of the
You
Smoke.
can't even
How
find
many?
250 people to fight, bro.
191. 190.
That's crazy.
Like if you walk up to 250 people to try to fight, they won't.
That's why you and my pops are friends.
Yeah. No, your pop ain't my friend after what I said to him on Instagram. I didn't tell you, but that's some shit to him.
Oh man.
He ain't gonna like motherfucker. Fuck him.
But yeah, no, we But no, bro, MMA has a very fucking rough fan base. I think they're very uneducated fans. I hate to say that, but I do. I think a lot of them are very uneducated and just not well aware of what it takes to go. Some of the podcasters are very educated and they understand, but still to give an opinion on a feeling that you've never felt, it's different, man. Like I can imagine the NFL is some type of feeling, but the fighting game is just different because you really believe in some cases it's like you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your way of survival. And you are.
We just seen it. We just
Yeah,
seen it last
you
week.
are.
But it
He
has
left
to be
stretcher.
kind of the same, though, right? Like most of the opinions are going to
Fuck
come
no,
from
it's
guys
not.
that don't train, right? At all. So if you don't train at all, if you never wrestled, you never did any boxing, anything.
But I think it's more sensitive with this sport because you're fighting somebody. On a team, it's like, oh, you fucking suck. You couldn't catch the ball. I fucking lost it. Like, yeah, cool. I could laugh that off. Like, bro, I didn't catch the fucking ball. I suck. All right, yeah, okay, dude. I'm sitting here racking fucking millions playing in the NFL. Like, how much are you going to really be bothered by that? Now, when you're earning your way up in a sport where you're fighting the best of the best and you're not making fucking millions, it's like, man, fuck you, dude. Like, you have no idea. I fought sick. I had a training camp where I was sick. I had staff, whatever. You got all this shit. I broke this. I hurt that. Like, bro, we get hurt all the time. I know I do. I'm hurt all the fucking time, but you got to manage it. You know, there's certain, one thing I won't do is I won't compromise myself again, right? I fought the Jack fight and I was compromised. I didn't have a good training camp. I had 2 weeks where I was able to go 2 5-minute rounds, whatever. I've said it numerous times. Like, do I think that was why I lost? No, I made some poor decisions. But I do think it's why I slowed down in the third, right? Between getting hit in the eye and then him kicking the shit out of my fucking calf, it was like, it compromised my mobility. It compromised my sight. And then I just wasn't able
fans
to get
can't
it
see
back.
that. They just assume all fighters walk in 100%.
Yeah. You know,
A lot of the problem too is, Joe, is like the average guy overestimates how tough they really are. And then you'll get guys that are as big as me, you know, and they'll fight these fucking little guys and they're knocking out guys that are fucking 5'11", 170 pounds. So in their head, they automatically think they could be the guy like you or a fucking Sean in a real fight.
yeah, or you hit a drunk guy at the bar. And now
Yeah,
you're
that's
the
what I'm
fucking
saying.
man.
So they overestimate.
that.
When I see red, man, when I see red, shit different. All right.
Yo, can we get you a different voice?
What's that? That was just the
Tropic Thunder
Thunder.
voice.
That was just-
First of all, I'm not imitating a black man's voice. Let me just put that out there. I'm imitating
You
a
said a whole lot of
drunk.
worse shit this episode. Like,
That's the least of it.
When I see red, it's your face because your blood pressure. Haskell.
You're fighting diabetes.
yo, we gotta get shirts like this. We have to get this.
We got to get Sean just doing this. Yeah. No. But moving on so that way we can get to my point of the casuals. Lupe Godinez, I had her winning. Thought it was great. Didn't watch it, but I thought it was great that she won. Love that.
I tried to come back late, but it just was just
Too late, yeah.
It was.
Michelle Olajaychik training with the Fighting Nerds.
Showing.
I've always thought Michelle is really tough, man. And I knew he was going to beat Gerald. I'm not high on Gerald, obviously. But yeah.
How much longer do you think Gerald could stick around doing these
I
type
don't
of
know,
performances?
man. Not that long. I mean, you can't keep taking knockouts or getting dropped like that. Like, that dude's going to have CTE. But Michelle Olajaychik looked good. I forget who he called out, but he did call. I think he called out. What was his name?
I can't remember.
I forget his name, but it was a good call out. I
Okay.
hope the guy takes the fight.
Right here is where things get very interesting.
Yeah, Eric Nolan trains with us. He fought this Bagnassar Surkayev, whatever the fuck his name is. Guy's a fucking cornball. laughing while he's getting fucking rocked, and just like he was trying to impress everybody too much. Which, hey man, props to him for fucking having the balls to do it and do whatever. But you almost got knocked out by a guy who's a whole weight class lower than you. Literally didn't even have one full day to even train for the fight because he was getting medicals. We saw him yesterday. He didn't get to train or prepare whatsoever, and he almost finished you. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that guy is as good as he's promoted. Whatever, he's getting a push. Let's see what he can do with it. I'm not impressed by him, and I don't think that he's. I don't think he's that guy.
Name.
Are you guys over the Russian Dagestani smash?
Yeah, I am, because if they're not able to get
I'm saying they all come in with the same antic. I smash everybody. Did it?
Yeah,
It's like they're
Do you
learning
want to see
English.
something different,
I
like
don't know.
or this is just
No, I'm
their
not
shit
sick of
now?
it because some of them are fucking nasty. But it's like you're not Khamzat. You know what I mean? You're
I'm
not
fucking
Khamzat.
sick of this guy. Fucking Bangzor Suka fucking Karava, whatever his name is. Him and his fucking medicine ass name. Fuck with my man no. Don't slap the shit out of your grandma.
But he did wind up getting the finish. I just think it was because Nolan was so tired. Nolan really fought at a high pace. For a guy who didn't have a training camp, he went out there, he tried to give it his best. I do think that in a full camp, I think he would have won that fight. But that's not the cards he was dealt.
He's getting signed too. Dana is signing him. Told him he ain't
He
going
told him
nowhere.
Told him
Yeah.
that was dope.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
which
so
is
you
cool.
staying,
I mean,
cuz?
which is cool, but it's like, why wouldn't he stay in general? I don't really think that that's a favor. The kid showed up on 4 days. He did the favor. He fought. It's not like he probably got paid crazy. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, he does deserve it. It's
Are there
not like, I don't
instances-
think you're doing him a favor by allowing him an opportunity to fight in the UFC where all the cards are stacked against him. He deserves a UFC contract regardless. It shouldn't be looked at as like, hey, I'm taking care of you. This is what this kid deserves.
No, absolutely.
I was going to ask, are some of the instances where they get signed, is it just for that fight though? Like, is that more so?
I mean, yeah, it's
Like
kind
this,
of
he
like,
was saying this
hey,
isn't
yeah,
one of
we'll
those
give you an
instances.
opportunity. We just need to fill the fight. We'll give you an opportunity. If you win, you're in. If you lose, you're out. Like, yeah, I don't know. I assume that that's some of the cases because there's been some guys that they brought in. They never fight again. They didn't get signed. I am glad that Eric Nolan got signed. Give him a proper chance to have a proper camp. And obviously, he showed he's a game fighter.
And
he's
he's
one of
one
them
of the
guys.
fans would like.
Yeah.
Like, hard hitter.
Yeah, and I liked it. So yeah, I'm glad that he's in, and hopefully we get to see him back. Back to my point though, wasn't super impressed with that guy. We'll see what kind of guys they give him, but I don't even know if he'll ever get past like some. I'm sure. Yeah, obviously he's young in his career, so I'm sure he's going to develop and get better. He's definitely got dangerous. He's got a good teep kick. He's got some good stuff. But yeah, it's a bad look when you make your debut and you get wobbled by a guy who's a weight class under you. So when you get hit by like a real 85er here, that's training hard. There's a lot of hard hitting dudes in this division and a lot of really good dudes. So I don't think he's gonna make it to the top. Moving on to Kai Asakura versus Tim Elliott. I had Kai. Fucking Tim Elliott, man. Fucking Tim Elliott, dude. Motherfuckers
fucking
is
Elliott.
great.
Fucked up
I
a lot
was
of tickets,
shocked.
too.
I remember being like, what the... Tim Elliott's a dog, man. It's what Tim Elliott shows up. Who knows what was going on in his life? He hadn't fought in 2 years or whatever it was. Like, the dude came back and fucking looked good, man. And yeah, he looked like his old self, and he fucking got that mounted guillotine, and it was impressive. Very happy.
I don't know if it was real or not, but I saw something that said Kai Asakura asked, could he go back to?
No, I was
that
going to
real?
ask
I read
what they
that
do
too.
with him.
I read that
No,
too.
that had to be fake, bro.
was fake.
100%
Nobody
fake,
says
yeah.
that, bro. No person says that, bro.
I read that. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Asking to go back to Rising is
Yeah,
crazy.
Yo, but it goes to show, right? There's levels in this sport, and UFC is the A side. So,
As we will talk about
I don't
coming
think
forward.
that's really a comparison. A lot of people try to make that comparison all the time, but you've looked at many Bellator people come in and fail.
How is
The
that
only-
scouting so different? Like that they get the athletes that are the best. How does that
No
work?
difference than being in like, you understand football, like the SEC or the. It's like you got the cream, like the best players you already know are going to go to certain places, and then the next tier.
Fuck you indicating, cuz, because my son's in the Big Ten now. Fuck you indicating. Say it. Say that shit.
Haskell, your son is in the. No,
Not you.
but keeping it a buck, I'm not. Like, you get what I'm saying. But then there are also, when you are a certain position or skill, there are also places that you go by design of like how you are as an athlete. Like back in the day when I was watching a lot more college football, like whether it was West Virginia or whatever, they had certain sets and certain ways they played football where it made more sense to go there.
West Virginia was the shit
Oh,
in the
yeah.
early 2000s.
Did you get your son into football?
Yes.
So does
He
he
made
owe,
him.
so does he owe your life?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
one of them parents, cuz.
Yeah, I would be.
I'm not. You think I'm gonna make You think I'm making a fucking documentary about my son, me catching the ball out in the
He didn't
parking
steal
lot?
your fucking story, dude.
No, my God. The only part of the story that I could see was true when your dad said that is when you started to go bald. I was like, I could see it. That's when I was like, you know, I was like, you know
Damn
what?
it.
Maybe he's
He did. It's funny. He did say something to me one time. He was like, "Wait till you're bald, motherfucker." You ain't gonna.
My pop told me
There he
that
is.
shit. He wasn't
There he
lying.
is. Tropic Thunder voice
Hey
again.
man, I'm all good with the fucking bald, bro.
I took my cap off
yeah,
right
I-
now. Y'all be like, bruh.
He an ugly motherfucker with a bald head. He
I
look
sent
like
you
he
a
look
text
cracked
message.
But you got the hair
Listen,
around
I-
the sides?
I'm like
you got
a couple
wings?
days. I should have shaved.
Take the hat off. Let's see.
Nah, we ain't
You
doing
look like a
that.
taffy on the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna be a power slap here for sure.
Next fight, Michael Venom Page versus Jared Cannonier.
This is what I want to
showed
hear.
out. He looked good, man. He looked good. I feel like Jared Cannonier should have gotten to the wrestling a lot earlier. I think there's a clear weakness there. But yeah, no, I mean, MVP is gangster, man. He's very hard to train for it. Like you said, like how many guys are you going to be able to bring in that mimic me? I'm awkward. I move different. It's my style. I agree with him. You know, he can stand so sideways and people aren't like fucking him up.
I was watching with Coach John, and I was like, we were watching. I was like, I don't know. I was like, he seems like he's so complicated that you got to keep things simple. So one thing I was paying attention to, I was like, when he goes like lateral like this, I was like, why not attack him this way? When he's side, like, you know what I'm saying? If he's bouncing side to side, why not keep him forward? Because now your balance is this way. When you this way, there's nothing
Hell
you can
no.
do. What can you do?
Curtis Graham.
No,
Do not.
listen.
But
I'm not
he
into
Curtis
his coach.
called
That's
bad
what
on this fight. He called the wrong
asking
move
you
on
this.
this
I'm
fight.
saying why, but which he did on one point, and it did work.
When
though.
because I believe that when he's bouncing, he's already loaded and
He's
ready to fire.
spring.
If you watched when people do try to kick him in those positions when he's bouncing and like looking sideways, he's waiting to explode, and he's so long that when you throw it, a lot of people throw shit with their hands down, right? The momentum, you get that torque by whipping your arm down. And so I think it would be a terrible idea to kick him. I think you need to go forward, yes, but I think you need to go forward in combinations.
With relentless wrestling or something?
Yeah, like couple shots and then right to a takedown. Make him think twice about trying to blitz in. You know what I mean? But I don't know. He's a hard puzzle to solve. He's a tough dude, tough matchup for anybody. I think he's always going to make, no matter what level you are, unless you're Khamzat and you're just going to take him down from the rip. And then, I don't think that would be a close
Peripheral
fight whatsoever.
vision is amazing. He's so entertaining. The movements, the drunk, like,
Yeah.
And who else does that? Like, punch you and then just push you. Like the frustration of that. Like he hits you and then pushes
That's like
you.
I see that in boxing more than I see it in MMA.
Yeah.
But it's usually off, like whether it's using your shoulder or just creating space. Like it's even a button on fight night.
He's
You
a guy
can
who
create
figure out how to use his length very well, man.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, he beat a really good guy in Jared Cannonier. And I think that was a good fight.
As for Jared Cannonier, though,
Jared had 8 minutes and 15 seconds of control time on that fight. That's what
Yeah,
I
he
thought
wasn't
was
doing,
nuts.
he wasn't
not-
doing
yeah.
anything. With
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
he
I
wasn't,
know.
he wasn't hitting
He
the
just had
damage.
an
but
underhook and
it is crazy that he did have more than half the control time for the whole fight, but still lost. But he did get dropped twice.
But is it guys not knowing how to chain that grappling together? Like I just feel like I said, when you watching, there's places you should go. You even start to understand it the more you watch it. You're like, yo, at this point, he should be trying to get a single.
I don't
leg.
know. Maybe MVP felt a lot stronger than he thought, and so he was afraid to really like pop up and like lose control of the position. You don't know what he felt in there. I don't know, but I would assume that that's usually the reason why people don't get damage off is because they didn't anticipate the person being that strong or that good at getting up or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know what he was feeling, but he definitely should have wrestled a little bit earlier. Obviously, the knockdowns didn't really help. I don't think the one knockdown was him really getting like dropped. I think it was more or less like he was like kind of going backwards and he got hit and he just kind of
overhand.
fell. Yeah, it was like a straight or overhand. The overhand I think was
That
a
shit was
drop.
crazy to see.
The other
though.
one,
that
no.
shit just looked mean,
Yeah.
bullyish.
The other one where he got dropped, I think he threw a kick. And I think it was like you're already on one foot. The momentum of getting hit puts you down. But he didn't look hurt, like his legs weren't gone. Because we've seen Jared Cannonier hurt, where his legs are all over the place and he's like falling all over. So
Before we move off of that, when you read Jared Cannonier's energy watching that, did you sense people trying to say he looks scared. I don't really like that. Like even going from that
To be honest, I didn't watch the whole fight. I only
Okay.
saw like because I was at my
some of
event.
the press stuff, like
Yeah.
even when they were you see any of the face-offs?
Oh yeah. No, I mean,
Do you ever really
maybe
read
he
that in
was.
people?
Uh,
Because Khamzat and DDP had their moment too, where people was like DDP. I was like, I don't think DDP is scared. People
yeah,
just
no,
read
I
into
definitely
everything.
feel like DDP was feeling the moment.
Okay.
I definitely feel it because he's usually like running his mouth, smiling, things like that. And he seemed very serious and like trying to show him like I'm here and I'm not afraid. And I don't think he was afraid, but I think he, he obviously probably had like mad nerves and whatnot. Like even on the walkout, it was like he took that moment to like breathe. I think he was feeling the
Last
moment.
time I'm gonna hold this belt. I'm giving it up.
Well, he knew the threat that was coming, and obviously, now looking back at how that fight played out, maybe that's why he was feeling what he was feeling. But before we get there, Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. Did not see Jeff Neal getting knocked out, to be honest. I was really like shocked. I thought Carlos was going to win, but the fact that he beat him with a spinning elbow and like was just chipping him up, looked really good. Yeah, Prates is a bad dude. I like watching him fight. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I hate those cigarettes and drinking after." I'm like, bro, that's just that. I was out there in International Fight Week with Kyle and him, and that's just what that dude does. Like, it's not
If it
like
ain't
he's
broke,
trying to
don't
be
fix
any.
it. You feel like he can make it work?
Ricardo
Hey, man,
Mayorga.
listen, no, I'm not gonna sit there and support and say, "Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it." It's gonna break at some point, bro. Your lugs are gonna fucking collapse. Your fucking the alcohol and shit. Like, he gets fucked up. That boy parties. So, right, but that's just him. That's what works for him. And
I'm
that's
basically
how
trying
he
to
lives.
ask you. You don't feel like this goes hand in hand with this sport. This isn't a good.
His lifestyle does not go hand in hand with the sport,
Okay.
but it works for him. He's
Gotcha,
one of the few
gotcha.
guys. But how long will it work for?
Correct.
Will he ever be a champion doing that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. But
Yo, have
it
you
works
ever
for
heard
him.
of Ricardo Mayorga?
No.
So he was a boxer. He came up in like a good ass era of
All
boxing.
right,
but
so
no,
Lerone
be serious.
Murphy
Hold
versus
on. Same thing with him. But his thing was he would smoke a cigarette on the way to the fucking ring. That was like his twist. He would smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
and
he probably got a nicotine
Yeah.
high and then went in
That
there and
was
felt super focused.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know he used to
Yeah, yeah.
smoke on the
Remember he slapped Shane
on
Mosley girl butt?
on the stool.
Yo, he used to smoke during the
Back
fights.
in the day.
And then he used to try to intimidate you by dancing. Like you would hit him with a combo and he would dance. I remember he pulled that shit off against
he had
Felix
a chin.
Trinidad. And Trinidad gave him some shit he didn't want to hear about. Put him right the fuck out. He did the dancing shit. Trinidad said, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
put him right
yeah.
out.
My dad loved that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Kurt, let me tell you.
Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. Now, this one actually irritates me because
Please say you about to say.
Lerone Murphy is legit, very good, but I cannot stand how everybody is like ripping Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico was hitting him with some shit and was winning that round. Hands down, smoking him, taking him down at will. Yeah, he was getting up, absolutely, but he was taking him down so easy. So it's not like he was working very hard. He would hit him with a nasty body shot that definitely hurt him at one point because you see him like kind of tighten up. I mean,
Yeah, I said he was fucking him up. Somebody said, but the IQ was real bad from
so
Aaron Pico.
I don't think that the IQ was bad, but I think I wouldn't even say that the IQ was bad. I would say that the vision of Murphy was that good. I wouldn't say that his IQ was bad. His pressure
Let
was
him know,
his
Kurt.
game plan. His pressure was his game plan. He wasn't taking any shots before that.
Yeah, he talking about me.
Kurt, what's your IQ?
I don't even know. My trucking IQ vicious though. Like my professional driver, basically, because I'm talking about professionals. I'm the professional driver in this room, so my professional driving IQ is great.
I think your
No
IQ is the
accident.
same as the amount of ounces in your coffee.
What's that? 24.
24. You're like, you
Whatever. No, but on a serious note, when I was watching the fight with Aaron Pico, like I said, you said he had good pressure, blah blah, blah, all that stuff you just said. But when you watching it, it didn't feel that way. I was thinking like it didn't feel like he really got to know Lerone Murphy at all. Like he just hearing Aaron Pico coming in, they were like he has great wrestling, a great wrestling pedigree. They talked about it a lot, and he said he loves the strike. He has a boxing background. Like he had, and as soon as you get in there, you see it. You see it immediately. He's putting it on him, stuff like that. But it's like, did you really get to try and figure out what's the best approach here? Did you see if he adjusted to anything that you were doing? Lerone Murphy never looked overwhelmed by anything that was happening.
Yeah.
His defense did, like he did kind of shell out. A couple times I thought he was hurt. Maybe
Yeah.
they did hurt. I don't know.
I mean,
But-
bro, when you watch the one against the cage where he rips that
Yeah,
left
yeah.
hook body,
He was
I
hurt.
was like, ooh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Like, that looked good.
But I didn't feel like Pico took a second. He put so much pressure on him that you didn't take a second to see like how is he accepting what I'm giving him, and then you never You just kind of, I feel like you kind of shot yourself in the foot for something like that to happen. Too
Was-
much
was-
pressure.
was Lerone-
too reckless, a little reckless. That's what I want to.
Was
use the
he
word.
anything that you guys do in the cage? You did it, so it's not.
You talking to me? Or you
luck.
talking to him? Because that's not
Luck.
cool talking to me.
Luck.
yeah,
it's not you.
I
see
know,
him in
I know.
shadow
So
boxing.
So it's not luck, but you know those things that was like a Hail Mary because he didn't do anything to him prior to that. It almost was
it's
like
only been 10 in history.
It definitely was a Hail Mary, but it was a calculated Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did it because he seen him lean into that side, and so he stepped off and fucking spun, and Pico was still there, and he got clipped with it.
That was
So,
brutal, right?
Yeah, it was definitely
And he
brutal.
was biting down on his mouthpiece. They couldn't get it out.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was
you-
a bad knockout.
that was
man.
bad.
You
two
think-
back-to-back spinning elbows.
I was going to say, you think that's the first time in UFC history that they had
There's
two
only been
knockouts?
10. That
Yeah.
2 of them was that night. That's how rare they are.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, though.
yeah,
Back,
yeah.
so that was the unicorn of the night.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure,
100%.
for sure.
The card was great, but yeah, no, man. I mean, I think Aaron Pico is a fucking bad dude. He's good. I'm sad that he got knocked out, but only because I think there's so much more potential, and I hate seeing guys take shots like that because it's like, do they come back the same? You make a debut, you're talking about Volkanovski, all this other distracting bullshit, and then you go out there, you're doing very well. and
Pico
then
was
you
talking
get
about Volk?
caught. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because
well,
afterwards Volk
because
told
Volk
Lerone he'll see
acknowledged
him
him,
and-
and yeah.
Does
whatever,
Pico
yeah.
losing help the USFC's brand as far as the thing you were talking about earlier when you said coming from
A-League and
other
B-League.
leagues, right? That all
Yeah.
these guys keep coming in and losing.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It definitely adds to it. Absolutely. It does have some type of help or some type of reassertion that UFC is the top dog. But yeah, I mean, Pico's no slouch, man. It's just, that's the game you play. Like, you get over aggressive. Like, that's the thing. Was he a better striker? I would say so. Was he the better wrestler? I would say so. But who had the veteran skills to go in there and catch him and time it?
Let's not forget, though. Let's not fucking forget
Here we go.
that our boy Eddie Alvarez came from Bellator and took the UFC by fucking storm and got that belt with a knockout. So let's not forget.
Some of them
That's
do
our
well.
dog,
Some of
bro.
them. I think either way.
Yo,
it's either
you ever
gonna
get
be-
tired of your hands getting sticky?
No.
What's that
You
from?
got two hands just fucking milking that thing.
I feel
dude.
you.
Can you
Yo,
show me the
listen.
That's crazy.
Yo, I pay homage, bro.
I feel like you get the vein and all that.
But
Why'd you slide your finger up
because
the
he
vein?
does it.
Bro, that's so crazy.
So when I do that, am I
That's
doing
wild.
like the flute with my fingers on the vein? You know what I mean?
What the fuck? But yeah, no, like there's few. There is few. Like Eddie was somebody who won a belt in basically almost every promotion. But there are a few, right? Like Eddie did well. I don't really remember like who else besides Eddie.
I
from
also
Bellator?
feel though,
You got Michael Chandler who's not doing that well.
but I no,
If he
I
did,
also
go great.
I also
Yeah.
feel though like that Chandler, Aaron Pico, Pitbull, when they bring them over, they're putting them against guys that are on fucking streaks. You know what I mean? Just bringing them in and just putting them
Well,
right
you can't
against
be a
somebody.
former champion and fucking fight low.
No, I
level.
understand that, but Eddie was the former champion of Bellator. Came over, he didn't fight for the belt right away.
Yeah, but he fought a top veteran and
That I know.
Cerrone.
I understand
look,
that.
I'm
But
with
what
your
I'm
point.
saying is they're letting these guys come in and saying, all right, here, go, you're fighting our fucking best guy in the division.
Because they're supposed to
just so we
be.
clear,
I understand.
There's nowhere else for these guys to go.
They
There's
come to
here
Art
in
of War.
PFL, correct?
Bring them over to
There's
Art of
Yeah.
War. PFL's where the money's
What?
at. Aaron Pico's fighting on the October 4th card. Fucking Art of War.
That
Yo,
shit
this
right
yeah.
here.
Him and
There's nowhere else for them to go. Bellator's no more, correct? Bellator's done.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's
it's
on
on.
PFL now.
Yeah.
They're
And that was
merged.
Bellator PFL. There's nowhere for them to go. That's the only place.
One
At this point, you're
championship,
kind of lucky.
PFL,
true.
and
Oh, yeah,
I
go
don't really
ahead.
acknowledge. I'm saying personally.
One is very entertaining.
No, I'm saying
Yeah, it's because you get to shoot steroids
One.
before you walk in
their
a fucking
kickboxing
cage.
fights are nasty.
Bro, kickboxing night, when it's just kickboxing night,
They're nasty.
it is the most entertaining thing there could be, bro, honestly.
that shit's
Crazy.
brutal.
There's some
That
next level strikers in that.
Absolutely.
Shit. Moving on to the main event, you got Khamzat DDP. Obviously, we all watched it. Almost 22 minutes of control time. For everybody that is fucking complaining about a guy you know is an elite wrestler out wrestling a guy, sure, could he have thrown elbows and probably finished him from a crucifix? Yes. That part is the only part of his performance where I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're doing little rabbit punches instead of trying to cut this dude and elbow him. It
I
didn't
don't
make sense to me.
I think he actually likes DDP. I do think sometimes in fighting, I think dudes do show mercy.
I don't.
I
He
do.
doesn't. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
about to
No,
say.
Yeah, not
no,
Joe.
no,
Fuck
100%.
no.
What about
He
my
didn't-
thought? What about my thought? You said you don't. I'm saying, do you think there are times where guys could have did a lot?
Habib did.
Oh, when he said he triangled because he knew Justin
Couple
one
of
tap
people.
and he. I'm saying, do you agree with that statement? Not you said you don't. I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you think mercy is shown sometimes when you don't I don't dislike this guy. I don't want to maim you or hurt you in a bad way because the opportunity is there and I could do it. I'm not saying elbows would put him out, but like you said, when you think about Khabib, it's like I could break this guy's arm in front of his parents, or I could transition this, take a chance, and maybe just choke him out. Yeah. If that's true to what he said.
I think there's some cases like that where like friends fight each other and things like that. I think that does exist, but I do not think that that's the case at this fight.
He threw one elbow. I saw it, and it was brutal, and I was like that.
Yeah, I don't think that this was the case in this fight because you're fighting for a world championship. At the end of the day, I don't think Khamzat fucking gives a fuck how he wins. I think he just cares that he wins, and I can't imagine that he would care while he's trying to become a champion about I don't want to hurt DDP, who's talking all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Like not even talking
from that position. He could have did serious damage. Like, but
yeah. Well, so what would stop him? Did he feel like he would have to that it would like jeopardize the position a little bit?
DDP kept his head hidden, his like armpit, like his chest, and like really was like hiding a lot of his face. So maybe he felt like he couldn't post and like get the elbow. I don't know. Yeah. But even if he was throwing elbows, like it makes the ref be like, "Oh, those are elbows. Those aren't rabbit punches. Those are elbows. We might have to stop this fight."
Do we feel like DDP prepared properly, or is Khamzat just that good? Now, let me and respectfully, I'm not judging. Khamzat would do the same to me. He would probably put my feet, you know what I mean?
He'll put your ankles behind your head.
Like, okay. So this is not me judging DDP at all because you can't take away from the like athletes and or Khamzat as an athlete in general, right? But when you watch it, do you feel like he properly prepared? Like, did you put yourself in bad positions? Did you?
I think so.
You believe so? You think Khamzat is that?
DDP does not strike me. So no. So I think DDP did everything that he could, but because DDP is a strong dude, he's a cardio guy like now,
and it showed.
And it
survived
showed.
In 5 rounds.
And he tried and he tried. I think a part of it was like he knew he was going to get taken down, but when does this guy slow down? He's not going to be able to do it. The problem is when he got taken down, he got put in such a dominant position that Khamzat didn't really have to use that much energy because when you're sitting in a fucking crucifix, you're kind of squeezing a little bit, but like he's not working. Yeah, DDP's kicking and like trying to bump and get out and all these things, and Khamzat's just sitting on top of him. You know, he can breathe however he wants. He can calm himself as long as he can stick him there. So I think a lot of it was just the positions he was getting to. He didn't really have to work that hard early, and there was no really big scrambles in the beginning. There was no scrambles until like the 4th, 5th round. So that's the only time that Khamzat started getting tired. Obviously, you're already 15 minutes past the fight. So, no, I think he prepared. I think he did everything he could, but I think there's a huge lack in his wrestling game, obviously, with the training he is doing.
Yeah. He's not a wrestler, though, right?
He's not a wrestler.
He wrestled in previous fights, but not like...
More things that were frustrating to me, though, is like you got a guy who in every single fight has shot in under a minute, in under 30 seconds for the most part.
That's no circle.
Throw things. It's not... I don't even think it's a matter of circling, because
Khamzat's
gonna mirror you, and he's gonna be chest to chest with you, and then he's gonna take that shot. He's waiting for you to explode big upstairs so he can shoot low. Or he's going to throw something high and then shoot low. Everything that DDP should have been throwing should have been to the chest. Yeah. He should have been feinting knees. He should have thrown teeps. Something more. Like, and I'm not saying that would have won him the fight, but something to make him second guess just at will shooting right off the bat. DDP went upstairs every time he got taken down.
Then he got caught
standing up. Yeah, I get it. No, that was a good combo. He threw like a good combo and then ended it with a head kick. But okay, now back on your feint and then throw something up the middle. Like feint and uppercut, man. Like time it.
Mark Goddard, he didn't have any gloves on or anything like that to participate in the fight. But did you feel like he was trying to participate in this fight, bro?
Mark Goddard watched the fight.
When he stood him up?
He twice. Mark was in the corner like...
Yo, he stood bro up. Yo, at one point I was like, bro, I mean, I know that it's not entertaining, but
correct?
Yes, bro, he stood him up. He was working.
Like he looked at Dana, and Dana was like,
yeah.
Yo, because I'm sitting there like, yo,
stand
what
this fight up before this fucking shit tanks. Like,
yo.
For the viewership just drops.
And that was the opportunities that he had, too, because I was watching this shit like, if DDP pulls off a victory off of one of these stand-ups, that shit would be insane.
Yeah. Now, do you... all right.
So here's the term I thought. Because what he said. So here goes the term from. I'll give it from the perspective of a casual. Yes. With that fight being the way it is, people don't want to see someone just get laid on. You as a fighter and people who actually are around the gym, we know that's the art form and that's what it is. But a casual doesn't want to fucking pay what they pay to go to a fight and then watch someone just get laid on. And it's a dominant performance. You get what I'm saying? To them, they want to see fucking Joe Pyfer every time. You know, the one who goes out and knocks people out. You know, and they get these good ass fights. I think what Chimaev did was great for him, but I think him winning the belt in the way he did was actually bad for the fucking division. As far as viewership and for them to promote him, because all he is Damian Maia.
Yeah, but you know
2025.
But this is the sport of MMA.
No, I understand.
I get that you understand, but my point is like for the casuals, you're watching the wrong sport. Then this is some people's style. It's Sean Brady's style. He's going to take you down. He's going to maul you. I think Sean's a little bit better of a finisher on the ground, especially with submission and trying to get to the position.
I think that's the difference. I think the difference is if Khamzat finishes his fight,
like we got to give this guy a little bit of grace though. Like this is fucking. He's finished everybody.
Right.
Like he didn't finish Kamaru Usman. He didn't finish Gilbert Burns. But like he. As taking down, they were entertaining as fuck. Like his fight with Usman was entertaining as fuck. His fight with Gilbert was entertaining as fuck. Like the guy has gone out and delivered every single time.
He's fighting a button mashing champion with plot armor. Like this dude, you saw his first fight, bro. He won on some wild shit. Like he had to do what he had to do.
Ask yourself: is it truly Khamzat's fault or is it DDP's fault? Because when I watched some of it, now granted, there were things that I saw like he did really good on not letting Khamzat get the hook in. He kept resetting he stepped going back down to 2 knees and stepping back to 1. But I do feel like from that position on the wall, there got to be another step after that. I didn't feel like he was fighting the hands like he should.
Yeah, I think there was a huge lack in ground game on him to be able to make scrambles.
Correct.
He's got very good submission defense.
Yeah.
But he was not able to create scrambles, and he was not even able to like fucking sprawl.
He did first part, but this like he popped.
He had one.
Then you gotta like you look at the highlight with Kamaru. Kamaru sprawls hit, and then you see. He gets his hands in front, I guess, to stop the drive. You see his hips back, and now Khamzat's driving.
And then he starts circling.
But his hips are going back with the body, right? Yeah. So it's kind of just like, but that's what I was about to say. We've seen DDP wrestle, but is he a wrestler? No. Khamzat has wrestling history. Khamzat has wrestling knowledge. You know, you have wrestling. Yeah. It's a difference between when you actually know what you're trying to do versus you just doing it. You look at that takedown when he got Izzy and he basically football tackled him. That's not wrestling though. That's I could do that. That's football. You get what I'm saying? So it was like they were showing shit like that, saying like he's a tremendous. I never really looked at him like he was a tremendous wrestler. I never seen him take a shot. Like I've never seen him.
I had confidence going in that he was going to be able to at least stop some takedowns and Khamzat would slow down, but he was so easily taken down and dominated that it was like. And Khamzat, like in all fairness, after the 3rd round, said something to Arman Sarukian about, "Can I box now?" And they were like, "Nope, don't go away from the game plan."
They weren't even gonna give.
That was literally what they said.
That's smart.
So
that was.
It's smart. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you got all like. Here's the thing: the casuals don't pay your bills. But at the same time, viewership pays the bill. If you're gonna lose, like first of all, we've had boring champions, more boring than fucking Khamzat. Khamzat can, I think, sell a show out just because of how he looks, how he talks, the whole look thing. Like I was amped for the fight. I couldn't wait to watch the fight.
That's a great his stare down on the ground.
Yeah,
is
so
so dope.
He looks like an evil motherfucker. It's cool.
Then he flicked the eyebrow.
But look at how much excitement came from the fight before the fight even happened. Yeah. So I don't think it's a matter of, I don't think it's as detrimental. I think it's all the fucking crybabies that don't like fucking grappling or don't understand grappling and they're like, oh, they're just humping each other. Is it entertaining for me? I'll say this. I thought it was entertaining because, you know, I'm paying attention to everything that he's doing. And, you know, if I ever make it to the top 5 or ever find myself in title contention, right? Like I found it entertaining. That's my division. I was like, you know, I'm paying attention to it. So it's like, dude, the guy is fucking great. Like if he's great at anything, he's great at fucking grappling. But I do see a lot of areas where it's like, bro, there's like, I think there's a lot of guys that could give him a problem. Like I think Kyle could give him a problem because I think Kyle can defend a takedown a lot better, but I could see him getting put down But I think that Kyle has good scrambling ability and better jiu-jitsu to actually like combat some of that where he's not getting held down for 22 fucking minutes.
Since you went this direction, you just mentioned Kyle. Let me just throw a couple more in that matchup situation, which would be Imavov.
Against
Khamzat. These are all against Khamzat.
smoked.
What about Fluffy?
Smoked.
RDR?
Smoked. Even worse.
You think he smoked?
I think Fluffy. My
Like the
thing with
cardio?
Fluffy is I don't think Fluffy can hurt him on the feet.
Yeah.
So it could just be on the feet. And I think Khamzat wins that because I can't see Fluffy taking him down. And Fluffy is able to do it against guys like Roman Dolidze is not an explosive, fast guy. He's a powerful, push-punching type of guy. And he's got decent grappling, but he was singular in his whole approach when they just fought. It didn't look like anything impressive. It didn't look like he beat some guy that was like, you know, like, yeah. Fluffy's fucking good. But I just don't see, I don't think he's physical enough to out wrestle Khamzat. I don't think he would really be, I think he would get up a lot better than DDP did, but I don't see where he could hurt him. I don't think he could submit him either.
Couple more things on this topic. Weird situation. I mean, weird feeling, but did it feel like the title added any value to Khamzat? Because I didn't feel like nothing, right?
I think we expected him to win. I think we expected him to win, so I don't think it really changes anything. Like, he's still undefeated. He's still the guy, and he dominated exactly how, if he was going to win, how we thought he was going to win. I do think that Fluffy is a great matchup for him. I would like to see the fight, and I do think that Kyle would be. I think Kyle deserves it. I think they should cancel the Imavov fight with Kyle and him and just let him fight. Yeah, I think stylistically he's more complete than Nasruddin. Nasruddin's a great fucking striker, but he's not like, go watch his fight with Phil Hawes. He's not like some elite level grappler.
I got a question. Why is the word casual such a like derogatory? Why is it such a derogatory title in that world?
Because you have fans that are complaining about an area that includes the word MMA. MMA is mixed martial arts, which means you have boxing, kickboxing, submission grappling, and wrestling, right? Wrestling and submission grappling are a part of the word MMA, mixed martial artist. And you got these fucking guys that watch these fights and they're complaining that there's grappling and wrestling. It's like, bro, that's what this fucking
go
sport
watch
is.
boxing, go watch kickboxing.
But that's what makes this fucking fight game exciting, though, right? Is like you could have a striker. Some people call me a striker. I just love striking. But my first base is jiu-jitsu. And then it's wrestling, or then it's boxing, and then it's wrestling, right? Wrestling was my last part that I did. So it's like, you got Sean, who's known as what? A grappler. You got me, who's known as what? As far as my resume, I'm a striker. Then you got guys like Khamzat. He's a wrestler. So that's what makes this sport fun, though, is that you got different styles that match up. And sometimes, dude, it's just some people are so good that they neutralize each other and the fights fucking suck. I get it. Like, but it's, how come nobody's complaining about fucking boxing? Like, boxing,
just punching and it's way more boring. But I was going to say, because the only issue that I would have with the casual, what people call the casual, is why are people acting like when they bought the pay-per-view, they just bought one fight? Like you just watched 4 or 5 amazing fights and you're bitching about this one. But
you know why? Because it's a barbaric, like, cathedral type style. It's a lust for blood. It's a lust for violence. It's the most violent sport.
And it continues to, if you get a spinning back elbow, they want more, right? Just like,
and if you don't do it,
shit,
you suck.
Yeah. And most of the casuals that are complaining about the shit with the grappling, when they do get into a fucking fight, it's a wrestling match where they're fucking pulling shirts and shit.
I'm on board. I fucking hate jiu-jitsu. I can't fucking stand watching jiu-jitsu. It's fucking dog shit. It's not entertaining at all to me. I can't. And then you got all these little fucking cornball jiu-jitsu people running around. They're like, whatever. Like, some are really fucking good. Like, the few that I do like watching, like Nicky Rod, things like that, like, they're exciting. They wrestle. They fucking scramble. Like, at the kid, Andrew Tackett, fucking kid's relentless. The Rotolo brothers. Like, there's some really good grapplers. There's select few that I like to watch. But, like, as a sport as a whole, it's fucking boring, bro. You ever gone to a fucking Naga?
Yo,
bro,
hanging
you're there all
and shit
fucking day. You can get 3 matches, 2 matches. You'll be there from fucking 7 a.m.
I just don't like the leg lock hunting all day. That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, bro.
Real quick, you think Khamzat put the homies on?
What's that mean?
He said, "Yo, listen, Go put 10 grand on this.
No.
Put 4 crucifix and 173 ground strikes. Take the over. I got you, fellas.
No.
We're getting out of poverty.
No.
Yo, bro, listen.
I'm sure he's fucking getting paid.
Let me explain something. If you crucifix me once, that fucking sucks. But dog, if you get me 4 times, I'm giving you everything in my pocket when we get up because you just fucking like took my manhood.
You watch that and you're like, damn, like how do you let that happen? I don't know if there's a I think the best defenses don't let it happen.
Yes.
It's just a matter of like, do not get your arm caught there. And I think that's the only thing
I will say though, I think DDP is going to come back even better. I think he's that type of guy that's like he hates losing and he hasn't lost for a long time. And I mean, how does he not? I can see them rematching very soon.
He said he turned it down. The coach
no. Of course. You don't want to. First of all, he doesn't deserve a rematch.
Right.
So it's not that you turned it down. You're not getting a rematch.
Yeah.
Were those 10-8s to you or no?
100%. You did nothing.
Shit might have been a 10-6 round for fucking 4 rounds.
Yeah, Khamzat ever lost a round? He lost one to Gilbert, right?
Yeah, he's lost a round. He's lost to Kamaru. He's lost to Gilbert.
Okay.
It was like the last round with
with
Gilbert. with Kamaru too, right?
And Kamaru, yeah. But no, bro, he doesn't deserve a rematch. You got dominated for 22 minutes, and we're never close to winning the fight.
You feel like they underestimated the fact? Remember, they was like, if you're just coming in with wrestling, like basically, like that's not going to be enough. Do you feel like they kind of underestimated that with that statement? His coach?
Yeah, but he doesn't just have wrestling.
That's what they.
He has submission grappling for sure. Look at what he did to Robert.
I'm saying that just DDP's camp. That's how they were looking at it, and that's kind of what he did to you. He kind of came in and just wrestled you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all he really did. He did.
That's a high level wrestler, but yeah, I don't know. He doesn't deserve the rematch. I think Kaio or Fluffy deserves it. I think Fluffy's on a great win streak. Give it to him.
Well, speaking of Fluffy, you got Fluffy versus RDR October 18th.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think Fluffy takes that. I just, unless he gets dropped with that knee to the body, because I think he's a little bit soft in the midsection. Because he has been dropped with a knee to the body by Kevin Holland on his debut for the UFC. Could have been a fluke, right? But I do think that he's not the most physically intimidating guy, and there's areas to hurt him, and RDR will make it. It's going to be a fun fight. That's a good fight. I'm very excited for that fight. Now, obviously, RDR just had a fight with Robert Whitaker. Great fight, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think that the Fluffy RDR is like a big statement for him to win. Like, he's undeniably the guy. If he beats RDR, like, you got to give him that shot.
Well, Brady not here, so I'm gonna bring it up since he's not here. That he just posted something on his Instagram. Everybody watch it?
I did.
Yeah, so it seems like that was a card that he was looking at.
Yeah.
And it looks like him and Ian Gary were trying to fight on that card.
Yeah.
And now that has now either been pushed, or I don't know if Ian Gary was dragging his feet. I know Brady already told me, like, he signed, I want to fight him. It did not happen. That is now pushed. As for Brady and his situation, what do you think could be the best outcome of, like, where he can go from here at this point?
I mean, look, Sean is doesn't want drama, doesn't want confrontation, doesn't want to be a character, just wants to fight, make money, and be a family man. I respect it. I think because there's not enough buzz around it, first of all, I know what's going on.
Right.
So it's not even that there's not enough buzz. He's willing to fight and he wants to fight. He's been asking to fight. He's said Kamaru. He's said whoever. Like, he'll fight anybody in the top 5.
Yeah.
It
seems like a shitty
Shotcut
spot.
Obviously had his shit with his family.
Yeah.
I think in an accident or something, if I recall. Like, who else is there really for him to fight? The fight to make is either Kamaru Usman, Sean Brady, or Ian Gary, Sean Brady. That's the fight. Ian Gary's being a little bitch and
Pussy.
complaining about money or complaining about whatever. And it's like, bro, you either want to fight or you don't want to fight. And it's just sucks because, like, Sean's in this limbo of, like, training every day, which he does normally without a fight anyway. It's just his routine. But I feel bad because it's like, he's Sean's different than me. Sean gets, whatever anxiety and, like, wants to just know what the plan is so he can go to work and have direction.
Right.
Whereas some other people don't really care. When you get the fight, then you go, you train, you do your fucking thing. You know? But he's training year round. He feels good. He's in his prime. He's not getting any younger. Let him fucking fight.
You think it's money, or do you think Ian truly doesn't like this matchup?
He doesn't like the matchup.
I think it's the money.
Think it's money?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the matchup. I think Sean fucking dog walks him.
That's not the matchup. That's not the matchup.
I think it's a good matchup.
I think we all know that Sean gets him down. Sean's going to dog walk him. I think Ian knows that too, but I don't think Ian would not fight him over that. I think it. Well, like I said, I know what's going on, and I think that it's just this guy thinks he's worth more than he's fucking worth.
He is.
I think that's his excuse to say I don't want the fucking matchup because Sean's going to dog walk me. So I'm going to ask for an astronomical amount of money so I can avoid the fight with Sean.
Well, he's not even asking for an astronomical amount.
I know the reason.
I know.
I know.
He's
Justin,
just not
look
saying
at me. I know.
Bro, I got the email too.
You don't know nothing.
I got the email. I'm CC'd on it.
I ain't CC, but I got fucking birdies.
You got birdies? That's
I
wild.
got birdies, buddy. They be telling me shit.
Yo, you know what? We set the show up today like fucking like a domino.
You look
Black
like
shirt,
shit.
white dude.
Is that all you see is race?
No, that's what I'm saying. We look like a fucking domino.
Yeah, but he's got the American flag. So the only one racist here is
Oh shit!
That's going crazy.
that guy.
I want to.
But yeah, I mean, just to wrap it up, yeah, I mean, Sean's just got to keep training, doing his fucking thing. You know, he knows he's going to do that regardless.
Yeah.
And just not get discouraged. You know what I mean? Like he's in a great spot. And at the
Is
end
it really
at
like? Because it's starting to seem like
Yeah,
it's
it
the
is.
best shittiest spot you could be.
It
in.
is the best shittiest spot. And the reason it is the best shittiest spot is because his fucking division is tied up with this fucking Jack Della and Islam fight. Because after
fucked
that,
everything up.
if Islam wins, they want to do Ilya and fucking Islam. So what does that say? Is that mean Ilya's coming up to 170? Because that's the impression of what it sounds. So then it's like, all right, bro, Sean was rightfully the number one. Due to the champion losing, now he's number two. And it's like, come on, dude. Like, this guy has earned a shot. He came back from the Bilal loss. Like, I mean, that's another fight you could take too, right? Bilal. But we don't know how injured he was or when he's going to come back, whatever the case is. So it's like, Sean's going to get a fight. It just sucks that it's like he's training all the time. He's in his prime. He's fucking better than he's ever been. Let this kid fucking fight. If Ian the Cuck Gary doesn't want to fucking fight, then we got to move on. And it's frustrating for him, and I get it, and it sucks. But, you know, unfortunately, that's the politics of UFC, and that's the only part of getting into the top 5, top 10 that I don't like about it, is that when you have shit like this and you got guys going up from different weights and tying up the belt, it's like the division's not moving.
Yeah.
So
how big of a threat do you think it is to fight back some of this younger blood that's kind of coming up?
For Sean, it's not
worth the risk.
A big deal. No. First of all, he's calling out Ian, which means he's giving Ian, like, he's the true number one contender, bro. Yeah. So he's giving Ian a chance from the back to come to the front.
Yeah.
You know, why Ian's not jumping on that? Because he's upset with his pay or whatever the fuck's going on with that. Bro, you're getting an opportunity. And if you're the best guy, you believe you're going to beat anybody's ass in the world, take the fucking fight, figure it the fuck out afterwards. Like, it's not like you're getting paid chump change, dog. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I get it. Like, he stepped up a couple times, so he wants whatever the fuck he wants and thinks that he deserves it. And I mean, ultimately, you know, the UFC is good at what they do. So if they don't like it, they'll tell you to fucking sit. Yeah. But
I had someone ask me if Sean was going to fight Colby Covington, and I said absolutely not.
Colby Covington will never take that.
Well, and
it makes no sense.
I know Sean. Too much risk, no reward.
Colby. I know Sean hates Colby, but that absolutely does nothing for him.
No, it does. It does nothing except for make his bank account bigger.
Active.
I mean, give Sean the freebie then. But you know, if nobody else wants to fight, give Sean the fucking freebie. But yeah,
I got you. To move away from Sean, let's talk about you a little bit. This is you mentioned him earlier, but you have a fight up and coming with a Boost. Tell us a little bit about it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, a Boost Magomedov, tough dude, dangerous kickboxer. Really has a lot of areas that he's very good at on the feet. But I think there is a clear path to victory. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I think that there's a certain way to go about it, and that's what we're game planning for. But, you know, I have to be on my P's and Q's and make sure that I don't get caught with some dumb shit. And he's also got to do the same thing. He's been sent to that shadow realm before, so I don't think that he's a Kelvin Gastelum where I can't put him out. And he slows down tremendously, right? So, you know, he's a big guy that exerts a lot of energy, throws everything with 100%. And I just got to make him work, man. I think I got to make him work, and I got to drown this motherfucker and throw combos. It's not going to be looking for the one right hand, which a lot of people don't understand. It's like, you know, the whole game plan against Kelvin was make this motherfucker, let him come to us, and then we're going to fucking counter him. I dropped him going forward, and then I dropped him going backwards. And we really planned on him being more aggressive towards us. But, you know, after getting dropped, he didn't want to engage. I didn't want to engage because it's like our game plan. I'm sticking to the game plan. You know, and sometimes that can cause for a lackluster fight is what it is. It's not like I've had many of those, so I don't really give a fuck. But yeah, no, Abus is a dangerous dude. But I'm trying to test that chin, man. I'm gonna fucking hunt that motherfucker down. I'm gonna find that shot. So you know, and I gotta make sure that I protect myself at the same time because he's a dangerous guy. But I really think after the first round will be my fight. So we've seen him slow down tremendously. His last fight wasn't impressive against Michel Pereira. But he's got double the fight experience, right? You know, so he's definitely a threat. He's definitely a dangerous guy. I'm aware of all the threats that he poses. But I just think I'm overall bigger, stronger, better complete fighter. Sure. Does he have an advantage in the kicking game? I would say so. But I'm not stupid. When I watch my film back now, it's like, what would I do? This guy's going to try and calf kick the shit out of me. He's going to try and throw his teeth. He's going to try and throw his head kicks. He's going to throw his big right hook, left hook, things like that. I just got to make sure that he misses, and then I make him pay. So, yeah, there's a little bit more that goes into that game plan, but I'm fully prepared. And, you know, as long as I can stay healthy, I'm excited for this matchup. And I think it'll get me a shot no matter what into the top 15. But I do want to emphasize, I think I really got to finish this guy. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to finish this guy. I know I can finish this guy. I know I can knock this dude's lights the fuck out, like cut his power. So I think that's super exciting to match up.
This might be a little bit more transparent. Like, does Joe Pyfer feel like he's become his best self yet?
No.
Far from.
Yeah,
I think it's stuff that has to like things happen.
Yeah, I think I need to get on a streak, man, where I'm not dealing with so much shit outside of the fight game as far as injuries too. I'm always something always happens, man. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to jinx myself, but yeah, no, I think in another 2-3 years I'll be at my best.
That's just you being honest with.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that I can improve on and that I'm trying to improve on, and I'm trying to implement things and do things differently and then try this, see how I feel, try that, see how I feel. I think I'm still finding what works for me the best. Mm-hmm. But having said that, I do feel like I've made leaps and bounds of progress since I lost to Jack, since I got in the UFC, since I fucking lost my first Contender Series fight. Every time you watch me, you see me get more and more poised, more and more comfortable, more and more just, I think, more complete. So the last camp, I had a great camp. I was prepared to wrestle. I wish I would have wrestled a little bit more. I think it would have shown like how dominant I can be on the ground. So, but trust me, I'm going to make a boost work. And the opportunities to take him down, if they're there, I'll put him on his ass. I'll slam him right on his fucking head. So, yeah, I'm not here to play the decisions, man. I want to try to finish this motherfucker.
I'm not even on front. This is a historic episode because I know we up over an hour. do we? Yeah. I got one more thing.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Thoughts on Frankie Edgar, BKFC?
I think if you love that man, you shouldn't let him fight anymore. It's almost like Mike Tyson doing this gimmick fucking boxing shit, right? It's just like, bro, you're hurting the legacy that you already have. I don't want to see it. I hope he wins. I love the guy. I think he's fucking amazing. And he was a pioneer for the sport and he's done so much. I don't want to see him go to bare knuckle and get hurt. That's my only stipulation with it. But if he shows up and he looks fucking amazing and he's got this resurgent and renewed life that he loves doing it, then I'm all for it. But I personally don't want to see it.
That is my all-time favorite fighter. The Frankie Edgar.
This might just do a deep throat sound?
Yeah, that wasn't me. Oh my I got an autograph and everything. That's my fucking thing I do. Yeah. That's my favorite. All-time favorite.
That shit said
Fine with me, cuz.
Yo, I don't remember ever hearing your thoughts of when we went to that Philly card, but like I said,
fucking amazing.
The card was amazing. The reality of the sport was something different. Like, and especially when it's people that you either know, have a great reverence for. It is very, very hard to watch.
See them all cut up, beat up.
You true, like Sean said. He said he wanted to go in the back and tell them like, "Yo, pack up, get the fuck out of here." It's fucking. That shit is brutal, and I get it. It's which I did a camp with Eddie, and he said it looks bad, but it's very cosmetic. He said MMA is still far more dangerous. Yeah, he was like the tears, you don't leave with all that. It's all cosmetics. Within 2 weeks, you're already starting to look like your normal self.
Yeah,
breaking hands is like the worst shit. So I do. It's just it does look it's the blood, it's the raw, the bareness. So it does look a lot.
Yeah,
worse
you
than
got
what
no
it is.
padding to like, you know, you
Slow
put
down
on,
the
you put
cuts
on
and all that
gloves.
stuff.
You put on gloves and you put some Vaseline on your face. It stops you from getting cut as bad.
You have a real fight.
Obviously, the difference is, yeah. But if you've ever been in a street fight, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's like a glorified street fight, and you know, with just boxing, I think I would do well.
Yeah.
Oh, that, you know what?
Should ask me.
This is a perfect time to get this settled because the rumor is amongst millions of people on the internet.
The MMA guys can't do it.
Is that Joe Pyfer doesn't use hand wraps. Can you settle
Why
this
did somebody
thing,
ask me
please?
that?
Yo, this is a real thing.
They don't think it's true.
They think no. They wonder if it's true. People argue whether you do or you don't. Whether you just go in there barehanded.
So I've done it one time, and I did it in the last fight, and I didn't wrap my hands.
That's an option? A legit legal option?
It was an option for New Jersey Athletic Commission.
Damn.
I did not wrap my hands because I don't like when I feel like the circulation is cut off to my hand, because sometimes the hand wraps are fucking tight, and sometimes I think that causes a forearm pump when you have it's wrapped around the hand. You got the whole thing. Like you start squeezing it, like it's already restricting blood flow. So it's like you get fucking pumped. And I don't like that, especially if I was planning to grapple, which that was an option against Kelvin. I didn't do it until the last round. And then, you know, his fat ass rolled through or whatever. But yeah, no, I wanted to make sure that when I hit him, it was like, it was raw. It was fucking bone. You could feel my fucking knuckles. And you know, they were like, hey, you break your hand, you're fucked. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Hey, breaking news, man! Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here from the horse's mouth, man.
It was funny because when I was in Tennessee, Tate was like, "Man, you got me in trouble, man." Everybody like, he was like, "It's not that crazy," and I was like, "Yeah, I know it's not that crazy. Like you told me what the rules were. You said I didn't have to if I didn't want to, so I made him put like 2-3 rounds on the wrist, and that was it. All I did was just tape my wrists."
Now, is that every state or does
That's
it change?
not every state.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it
Don't
depends
get
on
cut,
the
man.
state.
Tate in trouble.
But listen, no. Hey, listen, it's not even on Tate. Tate's the one who wrapped my wrist, but like that's on the commission. I had to make a video, and they said, "Hey, you got to look at the camera and say, hey, I'm UFC middleweight Joe Pyfer, and I'm not wrapping my hands, and I take full accountability. That, you know, if I break my hands, it's not on the UFC, whatever. So, you know, that would be on me. If I broke something, they don't have to pay for it, whatever. Or it's not the commission's fault. I'm sure the UFC would pay for it, but you know, I chose to do that for that particular fight. I may do it again. I like the way it feels. I feel like I'm not sitting there like my fingers, like when you get it all wrapped, bro, like you got the things. I don't like having shit on my hands. Yeah, I
can relate,
Like I
Joe.
feel like I can't spread my fingers, shit like that. I don't like that. I don't like feeling restricted. I want to be able to feel like I want to feel my fucking shots hit a motherfucker. So
Fury of Joe.
yeah,
Just to close out that BKFC topic real quick. So, and just I understand Frankie specifically, you're not a fan of that, but just for MMA athletes, do you like this as a final outlet for people, or is it long as it's by choice?
As long as it's by choice,
Not
man. If
some
that's what you,
desperate decision.
if that's what you want to do, and you're not desperate for money, and you just want to try it, and you want to see what it's like, yeah, sure, go for it. But if it's a money decision, man, I just don't want to. Particularly to Frankie Edgar, I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't want to see Eddie get hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Olenek did one.
yeah, he got fucking mauled. He got smoked.
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing. I mean, bro, you are a grappler, and you.
But he said he needed money. That's what I'm saying. That's the
that's a
sad.
shame.
Where it's like you fought a whole career in the UFC, and we're sitting here talking about money.
His fucking girl stole all his shit.
Yeah.
Or his ex-wife or whatever the fuck happened. She took all of his shit, so that's why he was fucking broke. So it's a shame. It is what it is. I don't know the situation, so I don't want to say anything more than that. I don't know what the deal was.
Oh, yeah, not talking about, I think,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
But for him, yeah, it is fucking sad. Like, you go out there, you're a fucking grappler, and now you're trying to fight bare knuckle, and you fucking suck at striking. He's always sucked at striking. So it's like, that's not being mean. That's just the reality.
Shit out of one of y'all, though.
Huh?
I said, Ezekiel choked the shit out of one of y'all. Because you talk about being in the guard earlier. I said, let him put you in the guard.
Yeah, you know what I would do? I'd drop that motherfucker and stand up. Be like, get up.
Lil Heaven is also fighting Mike Perry. I don't know if you saw that. I'm actually going to watch that because that should actually be pretty a good fucking fight.
Hey, man, I
You dropping a diss record?
no, bro. He's the one that took that shit. You know,
That shit was kinda hard.
He took that shit to heart. The thing that irks me about it is like, I like Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah.
I have always thought
like
he was
Lil
a bad motherfucker, tough dude.
Yeah.
I respect his fight game. Do I respect his record? No, but he's fought some of the best guys in the world. You know what I mean? But I was making banter because you're coming at Eddie, you're calling us all retards in Philly, whatever. So I went up there and we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
He took it super to heart, but when we were in the back, you didn't have shit to say. And he was like, oh, I looked right at you. I'm like, bro, Sean was standing right next to me, and you literally didn't look at us. You didn't say a word, you didn't acknowledge us, and you left. You didn't say a fucking word. So my thing is, like, if you're going to go say I'm a bitch, all this shit, he's a pussy, fuck him, we'll see how far he goes. Well, I just beat a Hall of Famer, so what's up? Like, and you lost. So, and now you're fighting back. But having said that, I still think he has a very good shot against Mike Perry. I even said when he was fighting Eddie, I thought he would have won. Like, I thought Eddie could win, and I thought Eddie looked really good until his jaw got broke. But I literally thought that Jeremy could win that fight. I thought it was in his favor. He's a younger guy and all that. That was not.
Yes, it was, because you just coughed on it.
and drop another record, man. Joey got a knock in his truck.
Joey got a fat piece of shit trying to fight diabetes. When you wake up, how many fucking inhalers do you have next to your bed?
Joe, are you Squidward?
You snore like a fucking oinker, don't
If you sneeze, you're going to soak your shirt.
Yeah. You're Mr. Piggy, not Miss Piggy.
Yo, I just want y'all to know this is, like I said, a historic episode. This will never happen again as long as if Sean ever returns to this seat. This, however long this went, this will never.
How long have we been doing the show?
How long have we been? How long has this been on?
I don't know, man.
We're probably up over an hour, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yes, I'm telling you right now. Do not expect this to be the normal. Order will be restored probably next.
We
week.
did have good interactions with the last post and things like that. So you guys keep liking, subscribing,
comment section, be
share,
jumping, man.
And let me state, I think hit an underdog on almost every card. The Alex Hernandez being my biggest one. Obviously, Sean had the Tim Elliott one. Sean didn't do too good on the main card. I was 3-2 on the main card, but I was 7-2 overall. So
your biggest hit was the girl back in the day,
Alexa Grasso against Valentina.
That was massive.
Yeah, that was a great call. But yeah, no, I also had some other big underdogs. But yeah, I mean, there's some value. I try to give my unbiased opinion. Like, I want to see Charles Johnson win, but I think that Kavanaugh kid's going to win. Like when Eric Anders fought, I thought Leroy Duncan was going to win, but I wanted Eric to win. It's just, sometimes your heart's in it a little bit, but I do try to give my own biased picks. I do care about my record in here and trying to like fucking actually give good picks. So like, subscribe, share, fucking comment, whatever. Even if it's hate, I don't give a fuck.
Our next episode will be recorded at Buffalo Wild Wings. Make sure you do not forget Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, we will be recording at the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow.
We're trying to decide like how we want to do it. I got to talk to Dad. We got to figure out if we're gonna have some.
Yo, you better make that shit happen.
Real quick before we get
1
off.
second, please, sir. You feel that grip? That's me saying.
That's sunning you right there.
Yeah, you see that?
He's saying, shut the fuck
Also,
up.
make sure you go ahead to the Buffalo Wild Wings. Use that 10% code by dropping Steady Picks or BradyBagz. Mention those; they will give you 10% off of your meal. So make sure you go knock down some of those chicken nuggets.
And I know some of y'all motherfuckers love Buffalo Wild Wings, so you better use that 10%.
Yes,
10%
yes.
is 10% saved.
Yeah,
And in this world, in this world, you need all the discounts.
10% earned is 10% saved. That's some political shit. It's the same shit, my man.
Joe Pyfer for president 2028.
Go ahead now.
Can we get a shout out for Alex Haskell?
Tell them when you go watch Alex Haskell. This Friday?
This Friday, 6 o'clock on ESPN. St. Joe's Prep takes on American Heritage.
And he is already committed to Penn State.
Committed to Penn State. He's
Big
the
10.
captain of the team. Number 10.
God
He's a
damn.
defensive tackle.
Yeah.
What? Goddamn what?
What's he just banging on tables and shit? This
No,
equipment.
you guys
he's
have been
excited.
banging on
Damn, bro,
tables.
no
That's-
respect.
He's excited.
Crazy.
Go ahead,
Kurt.
finish your cut.
I feel like I'm being attacked now. Giving a shout out to my kid. It's crazy.
Go ahead, finish your cut.
Nah, you ain't getting
You
tickets
said
now.
To what?
it's down in Florida. That's one of the
games in Fort
first
Lauderdale.
game?
School.
Yeah, it's in Fort Lauderdale.
Are you going out there?
Yeah.
You
Leave
taking a
at
bus?
3:45 in the morning.
What are you taking? Public
Midnight train to
transportation?
Georgia.
You don't know nothing about the Pips.
You gonna hitch a ride?
We know about the Pips.
Stop.
Joey's not like us.
I don't even know
Last
about
question.
the Pips, though.
Last question.
You know about Gladys
Last
and the Pips?
question. Last
No,
question.
what
Last
the fuck
question.
am I
Last
listening to
question.
that shit for?
You tripping.
Last question, just for shits and giggles. If one of us had to hitch a ride, who's getting picked up first?
Not us.
Dave, sure. You are. Yes, that's right.
Exactly. They ain't
Oh, you
picking
going
us
to
three up.
acceleration?
I feel like it's down between me and Kurt.
No,
I got a good smile.
They're not going to pick us three up, bro.
Look,
You're not one of us.
They definitely ain't picking your bulldog ass
No,
up.
they're not
They
picking
don't
us
gonna
up.
make right turns with
Joe,
you in the car.
listen to me. You look like a pug that sits next to a fat white girl
You
in
look
a
like a
fucking
bulldog
Nissan
with his
Altima.
fucking teeth fucking.
Yeah, you look like a
hanging
dog
out
that eats
behind his
out
chin.
backwards.
Eats out backwards.
Yeah, you look like the final
trash.
boss in a trailer park fight, bro.
You're the fucking orc from Lord of the Rings, bro. That's crazy. You're what? Yeah, trailer park.
Joe,
You look like you come out the front door with cigs and a fucking
Joe, you're the
Corona.
dude that screams when the
You
DJ
drink
says,
Natty
"Where my
Ice."
fellas at?"
Nah,
You should put your hand in the air and yell.
Bro, have you ever
Yes,
seen
you
you
do.
walking in the fucking streets of Philadelphia during the COVID? That was the biggest white trash shit ever. I would have attacked you just on principle.
Can I get this last part out?
Yep.
Last part is please sign up for Steady Picks
Yeah,
Premium.
sign up.
It's time to wrap this up. Sign up for Steady Picks Premium. Check them out, man. They are the
4 kids
goats
later,
with
you
the
ready to
picks.
wrap it up?
Sign up for Steady Picks Premium.